Hello and welcome on behalf of the Spiritual Science Research Foundation. To better understand this video, let us revisit a fundamental theory of spiritual science explained in Part 1. According to spiritual science, the entire universe is made up of three basic subtle components, which are spiritual in nature. They are called sattva, raja, and tama. The vibrations of anything are dependent on the predominant subtle basic component. Sattva is the component that represents spiritual purity and knowledge. Raja represents action and passion, while tama is the component that represents ignorance and inertia. In continuation of the experiment seen in Part 1, we will now see the subtle effects of consuming vegetarian food. In Part 1, we had seen the subtle effects of consuming non-vegetarian food. From the analysis of results, we understood that 1. Non-vegetarian food is tama-predominant. 2. Electrosomatographic study showed that upon consuming non-vegetarian food, the upper four chakras got activated in 100% of volunteers with distress due to negative energies, and in 80% of volunteers without distress due to negative energies. 3. According to subtle analysis, mantrix, a type of higher-level negative energy, had created black energy centers in the chakras of volunteers with distress due to negative energies, which got activated to absorb the tama component in non-vegetarian food. 4. In volunteers without distress due to negative energies, their upper four chakras got activated to fight the distressing vibrations emanating from the non-vegetarian food. Among the volunteers participating in the experiment, 5 had distress due to negative energies, and another 5 who did not have distress due to negative energies. In all, 10 volunteers participated in this experiment. First, a reading of their original position of chakras was taken. Then the volunteers were asked to consume vegetarian food. After this, consecutive readings of their position of chakras were taken at 1 to 4 hour intervals. To learn more about distress and possession by negative energies, please visit our section on ghosts on www.ssrf.org/ghosts. After analyzing the readings, we observed that 40% of volunteers with distress due to negative energies showed an improvement, and 60% of volunteers without distress due to negative energies showed an improvement. Here, improvement means that the activation of chakras is in a numerically positive direction. For example, the reading of the original position of the Sahasrara chakra of one of the volunteers was -32, and after he consumed vegetarian food, his reading went up to -25. These results were then analyzed by seekers with sixth sense, who reported that vegetarian food is sattva-predominant. This was explained with the help of a picture based on subtle knowledge of a bowl of salad. In a vegetarian salad, which is sattva-predominant, a flow of divine consciousness, chaitanya, is attracted towards it. This results in the creation and activation of a ring of divine consciousness in the salad. Further, a ring of vital energy, pranshakti, is formed in the salad, through which particles of vital energy spread throughout the salad. This helps in the creation of vital energy within the body of the person who consumes it. As vegetables are grown in the earth, they absorb divine energy, Shakti, from it. Due to this inherent property of vegetables, a ring of divine energy is activated in the salad. Hence, when we eat vegetables, we derive the divine energy from it. Through this subtle process, we come to know that vegetarian food is sattva-predominant and helps to maintain the equilibrium of energy flow in the body. Seekers with sixth sense further reported that the activity in the upper four chakras of volunteers with distress due to negative energies was low prior to consumption of vegetarian food. This was due to collection of black energy in their chakras. Upon consuming vegetarian food, the sattva component spread rapidly throughout the bodies of these volunteers. This decreased the tama-predominant black energy in the chakras, which improved their activity as reported in Electrosomatographic study. In volunteers without distress due to negative energies, their chakras were quick to imbibe the sattva component in the vegetarian food. This activated the upper chakras, which was reflected as improved activity in the readings. This shows the importance of consuming sattva-predominant food. From a spiritual perspective, consuming vegetarian food is more conducive for optimal functioning of the body, mind, and intellect. Eating vegetarian food also helps to reduce the tama component in our body. As the sattva component in the body increases, a person gets inclined towards spirituality and begins to make spiritual progress. This further increases the sattva component in a person. If we do regular spiritual practice and attain a spiritual level of 60%, then, due to increased sattva component within us, we are less affected by external elements that may be tama-predominant. In this case, the non-vegetarian food. People at higher spiritual levels are generally vegetarian, as they feel the tama vibrations in non-vegetarian food and are naturally not attracted to it. Regular spiritual practice helps us lead a more meaningful, fulfilling, and joyous life, something we all long for. Spiritual practice also protects us from negative energies. For more information on the spiritual dimension and its impact on us, please do visit our website at www.ssrf.org.